Again, on the ones with fractions, you could do it with the fractions and you could subtract the 5/3 u and add the ones, but usually people make a lot of mistakes with fractions. So my recommendation again is to multiply by that common denominator first. Make sure you multiply it by every term, and that way you can get rid of the fractions. Here, if I have a 3, and a 6, I can use 6 for my least common denominator. Some people, I multiply them all together and use 36. Well, that works, but why use a bigger number than you need to? So I'm going to multiply each term times 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times negative 4u would be negative 8u. Here I don't have a fraction to cancel. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. Is greater than or equal to 3 goes into 6. 2 times 5u would give me 10u. 6 goes into 6 1 times 7 is 7. Now when I multiply by that common denominator, I always use a positive number, then I don't have to worry about flipping my sign. So my sign should all stay the same. That was negative, that was negative, that was positive, that was positive. Now I have an equation that's maybe easier to solve. If I want to solve that, what would you guys do first? Add the 6 to move that over here, which means I would probably in the same step subtract the 10u just to save myself some space. So negative 18u is greater than or equal to 7 plus 6, which is 13. So in this case, my coefficient's going to be negative. I'm going to divide by negative 18, so u ends up being less than or equal to negative 13/18, because I'll put that negative out in front instead of down on the bottom. So number 20, if we're going to solve that one for u, first thing I do is get rid of the fractions. What should I multiply every term by? 28. Since I have a 4 and a 7, the only thing I can do is take 4 times 7. So 28 times every one of those terms. 4 goes into 28, 7. 7 times 3u would be 21u. Here we didn't have a fraction. 1 times 28 is still 28. Here, 28 times negative u is negative 28u. And then 7 goes into 28. 4 times negative 5 would be minus 20. And I got rid of all my fractions and made life a whole lot easier. So on this one, I'd probably add my 28u and subtract my 28. And so what would I have? 49u is greater than or equal to negative 48. He's yawning now. And so when I divide by my 49, my answer would be u is greater than or equal to negative, whoops, I better write the right way. I'm trying to switch it around on you. 48 was on top. 48 49ths. Again, they'll put the negative out in front instead of on the top of the fraction. So number 21, if I want to get rid of my fractions, I'm going to multiply by 18, right? That's my least common multiple of 9 and 6. So if you multiply everything times 18, what will I have?
Negative 10b minus 36 is less than or equal to 21b plus 8.
Exactly. Negative 10b minus 36 is less than or equal to 21b plus 8. So one thing some people like to do is they notice that if they move this over here, the V is going to be positive. You don't have to put the V on the left side. You can if you want to, but if you want to avoid having to flip your sign, move it so that your variable stays positive. So for fun, I'm going to add my 10V, because I can tell you guys are having so much fun, and subtract my 8. If I do that, I'm going to get is less than or equal to 31V. So that way I can divide by my positive 31 and I don't have to worry about flipping my sign. So negative 44 over 31 is less than or equal to V. And again, you can put it in that way, or if you want to switch it around so the V is first, you could put V is greater than or equal to negative 44 over 31.